Okay, so the first thing you have to understand is the difference between the two probes that we're using. So this is going to be for the thoracic cases that Dr. O'Hara does, the VATS procedure, so lobectomies he'll use this on, and this is just to nerve block. It's for the intercostal spaces, and it provides the patient with numbness for like 3 to 6-ish weeks. Like I said, this is a thoracic probe. This one right here, this is going to be for surgical ablations for the maze procedures. It has a dual indication for nerve block as well, but Dr. O'Hara pretty much only uses this one in thoracic cases. So notice it has a spear. This one is just a very thin probe right here. So the first thing you're going to want to do is open the tank up and check the pressure. So typically it should open up at around like 750-ish. Between 700 and 800 is typically our sweet spot. Anything below that, you're gonna have to change the tank most likely. If it's reading at like 650-ish, you definitely are gonna have to change the tank. Then you'll turn on back here. There's a little lever right here. It'll turn green. So right here, I'm gonna use this probe to show. So everything is color coded. You should have this big green button right here. As you can see, the tank opened up to a little bit lower pressure, so we're gonna have to change that. It's preset to 120 seconds. So, and you'll notice when we start, the temperature has to hit between about like -40 and -60 in order for that time to start counting down. Right here, this little button, or this little light right here, it's orange. When it's flashing like that, all that means is that you don't have a probe plugged in. So you'll see it'll turn off when we start to connect. And these are just the temperature readers right here. It's all color coded. So the difference here with these two little couplers, so the orange right here, you'll have to pull this sleeve back, unlock it, and push it in and pull out. Whereas the blue one right here is just straight in. So you can change the time. I'm just gonna put it for 20 seconds so we don't have to sit for 120. So right here, you'll just hit this green button right here, and it'll go into this natural cycle. It'll freeze. And notice the temperature. It won't start the time until it hits that certain spot between -40 and -60-ish. So it'll freeze. I'll let it go through the cycle itself so you can see. So then after your time's up, it'll throw itself into the defrosting stage, and that's like that little yellow stage. And it'll vent. So after it's done venting, it'll turn green again so that you can hit that button. It'll go into the freezing stage again. Let's say you're freezing and the doctor's like, whoa, 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 I'm stuck to the lung or something like that. You can just hit it and it'll automatically abort the freeze and it'll start to defrost. So it'll throw it right back into that defrosting stage. It'll vent and go straight back to green and you can freeze again. For whatever reason, it takes a little bit longer to vent when you abort the freeze. So typically if you hit it again when it turns, so I'll defrost and then it'll typically go straight into venting. If the doctor's like freaking out and says, oh my gosh, why is it taking so long? Just hit it again and it'll throw it back into that cycle. So that's pretty much it for the cryo. So we don't unplug our probes just yet, just because the tank is still pressurized and it'll make a really loud popping noise if you don't. So the first thing you'll do is you'll come back here, you'll close the tank, and then you'll hit this little button right here to depressurize the tank. It'll vent it. And once it's down to 0, you're good to go. You can go ahead and unplug those probes and it shouldn't make any noise really. And then you're good to go. So you close your tank and everything, you can turn it off and you can be done with it.
Which part of this is the throwaway part?
This the whole thing right here.
So you throw away that whole thing.
Yep.
And if you were using the other one, you throw away that whole thing?
Yes. This one will have like the same sort of black like wiring kind of thing.
Okay.
It'll have the same thing, but you'll throw it away too. The whole
Okay.
thing. You can just throw it away in trash.
Okay.
Do you want me to go over the RF? I did show the other group.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll just turn on your RF. Oh wait, I just turned it off. My bad. I didn't realize it was already plugged in. So right here, this is the OLL2, which I was explaining to them. So with like an MBR or something where you're opening the atrium, he will typically use the endocardial cryo that I just showed y'all. And with a cabbage, he'll typically use one of these. So he's not opening anything. So from here, you'll just have like the scrub tech or whoever will hand this off to you. Always remember black to black.
So then that's not disposable.
This is disposable.
It is still?
Everything is,
Okay.
yeah. So
that's just like in a standard package and then they toss off the cord?
yes,
Okay.
they'll toss you the cord.
Okay.
So right here, you'll just remember arrow to arrow right here. So the arrows have to line up, otherwise it won't go in, and it just, you can't force it in or you'll break it. It's always black to black. This is gonna make a terrible noise because it's a demo, but you always make sure that it's pointing to your power source. So this blue one right here, I always tell people we will never use this. We don't even carry this product anymore, I'm pretty sure. And so all you have to remember is make sure that when you hand it off to the doctor for him to do the PVI or whatever, they have the pedal with them. So just when he's ready to step on the pedal, always make sure it's turned.
That's the pedal?
Yes.
Okay, pedal. Pedal lives over here, wraps around.
Yes, and it's
Gotcha.
green. Always green. Everything's green, good to go. So you can check the device before. So when they hand it off to you, you can check it. If you have this green ready light, which this is a demo, so it doesn't, but the green ready light will just indicate that your clamp is ready to go. So, but that's it.
What's this action at the top? Is that anything?
Oh, this action at the top is for convergent procedures. I don't do them. They're done in conjunction with EPs.
Okay.
So it's a CT surgeon. We'll do epicardial.
So not us then?
No.
Perfect. So then we dose
Unless-
1, 2, 3.
I'm not necessarily sure if Dr. O'Hara's. It's a standalone AFib procedure.
Okay.
So I don't think he's done any convergent procedures, but this is,
For that.
yeah.
Anything for the bottom thing? Is that anything we need to know about? The very bottom?
No. So this is just like the, I guess, brain of this.
And so for the things that you're here showing us and we're going to use it for, that's not required. We were going to read from
y'all
this.
Don't use this. This is
Okay.
just for like testing, which like, so he'll go in, like the doctor will ablate, like do a PVI or something, and they'll test for entrance block and exit block and stuff like that. Nobody really uses it that
Okay.
much, but it is cool to see when you can see like they had all this activity in their pulmonary veins, and then you burn and it's gone. Like, it's really cool.
Okay, team, so there we go. Bottom, she didn't go over it because we don't need it. Same with the monitor, same with the black thing that's on the top. Thanks, guys.